But anywho, before we wrap, Jay,
Yes, sir.
we brought up Harbaugh. Your boots on the ground out there with the team up north, and what are you hearing? Because I know we talked a little bit offline, but like what you're hearing. You see the statement from Harbaugh essentially saying, as of right now, I'm going to stay at the University of Michigan, but everyone glances over the as of right now bit. But like, what's going on with the program up there?
Well,
and how is that translating over to Harbaugh?
Well, it seems like Jim Harbaugh's trying to like get out of Dodge. Like I'm getting the vibe and everything that I'm hearing, like obviously through Ohio radio and just like, in general chatter around these parts. It seems that Jim Harbaugh, if he's offered a job by any NFL team, he's taking it and he's running. Like he's pulling a Pete Carroll, he's packing up his bags in the middle of the night and he's like gone because apparently the NCAA has a couple of minor infractions open against the Michigan Wolverines football team. But the problem is they have a major one as well when Jim Harbaugh started lying about the infraction. That's always what the NCAA is going to hammer you on. It's not the actual like BS like infraction itself. It's the lying to the NCAA that they will come down on you like an anvil. So he basically, in the NCAA terms, like kind of like perjured. Is that what it, perjured himself?
Perjured. Yeah,
that's what it is. Yeah. He perjured himself. Like he basically was just lying to these people, and now they're going to come after him. So I have the feeling that if the Broncos offer him the job, or if the Panthers offer him the job, or anybody offer him a job, he's gone. He's a goner, bro. He's gone.
What are the infractions? Like, is it recruiting? I feel like recruiting is like hard now with the NIL. Like,
yeah, well, it was during the COVID times, and there was like certain stipulations that they're trying to like. The NCAA was trying to have some sort of organization, like some sort of structure about how can you recruit through COVID, and there's certain times you can recruit because obviously when it became from in-person recruiting to online recruiting during COVID, you could basically recruit 24/7, and that's something they didn't want to do. So they were trying to have some sort of like structure on it before NIL came into play. And that's when some of these infractions came through. Some of the other ones were like practicing too long or just some like stupid things here and there. But the key is when they came to him, instead of just being a man and taking his punishment, he started lying his ass off. He was like, no, I didn't do any of that stuff. No, man. You got the wrong Jim Harbaugh. That's probably John Harbaugh. Like, it ain't me, bro. And like, so that's probably what was gonna do him in, truthfully.
Okay.
But,
all right.
But it feels like he's also like, even besides the NCAA infractions, I feel like he was kind of out already on the Wolverines.
I mean, he didn't say he was coming back until the National Signing Day last year.
Yeah, it seems like ever since they cut his salary, that's been up his ass, and he hasn't gone over that. Like, I mean, we're talking like 2 years down the road now. He's been Ohio State twice. He's finally found his quarterback. Like, this is the best the Michigan Wolverines program has been in probably like 20 years. Like, besides like that 06 1-2 Michigan Ohio State game with Lloyd Carr and Mike Carr and all those boys. Like, this is a strong Michigan team comeback next year. They cleaned up in the transfer portal. Like, they did really well, and they kept their talent in house as well. And JJ McCarthy, I think, is gonna be a baller. So like, I think this is a weird time for Jim Harbaugh to step away. And I think it's pointing towards the infractions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the only thing that makes sense. I mean, it was funny. You see that statement come out, and then probably within the hour, you see like the NCAA infractions come out. And it's like, oh, so you're putting up the feelers of like, oh, for now, I'm going to stay at Michigan. But no, I think he's looking for that golden parachute. And like you said, if you hit it spot on, he's going to pull a Pete Carroll. He's going to go anywhere. Now, with that being said, you pretty much begged Carolina to interview him. Like, where do you see him like potentially landing?
I kind of like him in the Denver Broncos situation. I really do. I think he would be a tough-nosed, like, good football coach for that team. Like, I mean, as much as we crap on Harbaugh, he's won at every single turn. He's won with the 49ers. He's won with Stanford back in the day. He's won with Michigan now, finally. I think some of the bigger markets like a Dallas or the Rams job, if that came open, I think that wouldn't work well with his personality and who he is. He's not really he's an oddball, to put it lightly. To put it in
don't eat chicken, it's a scared animal.
Exactly, right? So he needs to be somewhere like in Carolina or in Denver where there's not that big of obviously they care about the football teams, but I'm just saying it wouldn't be the Dallas or the Los Angeles Rams with like spotlight kind of thing. So I mean, Carolina could be a good fit, but I don't think the owner wants him. I mean, truthfully, I'm kind of shocked. There's only 2 open jobs right now between. I'm sorry, 3 open jobs between. The Colts could be a good job for him. The Colts Midwest could be a really good job for him. So
It's a homecoming.
Yeah, I wonder how that would pan out. But I mean, shockingly, there's only 3 open jobs right now, so that's kind of interesting, right?